A due battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Right down. relio95's.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
They'll run on first down. It's Bates. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Carr going to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got you. I got you.
To throw, it's Carr. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play.
First down, Raiders.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Judon gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
All right, I got to be careful here, all right? He's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his feet as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely. Still got a lot of life left in those legs. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Hey, twist. Watch the twist. Shoot.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Jackson, option right. He's got the first down inside the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Check, 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 check. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Same one. Watch the shot.
They'll look to run with Edwards. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
6-18. Express.
Again, it's Carr. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Hey. Check.
Running right, this is Ingram. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Exit. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Deuce.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
I got him. Check 43. Check 37. Check 30.
Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Come on, Shaq. 15 on it. I got one. Shit. Watch me. Switch.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
He's coming. Double up. He's up. Kill.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
Let's go. He's coming. We got double up. Big edge. Check.
They run from the pistol with Ingram. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Raiders' 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the curl. He's checking. Crash. Wide. Get wide. Alert 3. Check 3.
Now a handoff to Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Ready? 51st to Mike. Check. 51st to Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you. Check. Watch safety creeping. Go. Safety's creeping.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 36, Carr. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch out. 49, check 49, check 49.
Now a play fake. Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon, his 2nd sack of the night.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
47's the mic.
On play action, it's Carr. And he's going to go down again. Matt Judon bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check nickel.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 4. Check 4. Check 3. Check 3. Go. Check it out, Reed.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check 99. Check 99. Joker. Shoot.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done.
Here we go.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
You got nothing. There we go.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Check hot route. Hot. Check 15. Check 15. Check safety.
Hey, check Mike.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Jam. No.
On second down, here's Smith.
Go, run.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Yeah. 6 yards.
Coming this way. Here we go.
Watch the ship. Hey. Watch the ship. Rush in.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. He uncorks it first. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check. Crunch. 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 Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. Go, go.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram, his second touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
All day. All day. Hey, motion. Wide motion. Echo, echo. Check the backer. Check the backer.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 23. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Jordan Richards, the one there to bring him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check pass. Check pass.
Quick throw taken in by Snead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Out, 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 out. Back.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Buddy up. Check right. Watching you grind. Hey, they scared. They scared. Switch, switch, switch. Slam, slam, slam.
Jackson, option right. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Set, hut. 55 to Mike. Target, 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 target. Where'd he go?
On 3rd down, Jackson flush to his right. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. But now it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Jackson, options out left. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Come
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Matt, 55, right there in the middle, 55. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Check 24, check 24. Bang, 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 bang. Kick.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Motion. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Okay. Short. Mike, 55.
Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Kill. Show it. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
It's a give to the right. Ingram's got the 1st down and more. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught them off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Check 55 to Mike. Silver. Sponge. No. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Run it.
They'll run here with Edwards. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
I got you. Hey, switch gears.
Ingram. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit, a great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Tucker's kick is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Randy Gregory drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
At the 35-yard line.
Let's go. 70 ending.
Get that quarterback and all court.
Watch the safety creep. Under crush, under crush, under crush. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Shift.
Squeeze.
Ingram again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
It's our time. It's our time.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. A nice move by Nelson. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After the sack on 1st down, Carr under pressure again, and down he goes again. Randy Gregory in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Carr now to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. This is fielded at the 27. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. There goes Mark Ingram. The 20, 10, and he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check, 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 check. Shift. He's crashing. He's checking.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the 1st, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Carr. He's going to let it fly. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Check 37.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you, pump. Shift. Watch twist. Watch. Switch.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Check.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough. But, yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.